first of all, I'd like to
Yes.
say the jacket. It just demands respect.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Because it is. In all
does.
seriousness,
Yeah.
it is there are two jackets. That jacket and the green jacket if you win the Masters. Those are the most elite.
I'm trying to think. I think you're right.
That's it.
Yeah. That green Masters jacket is pretty dope. But
yes.
I think this one gets more love.
Yeah.
When people see it, you can't help but to recognize that's the gold jacket.
Where do you keep it? And then also,
I can't tell you that.
Okay,
man.
fair enough.
He doesn't want to let everyone know.
I can't tell you I keep my jacket.
Secondly, though,
You ain't coming to my crib.
if you get it, now, I'm not coming into your house. You do keep it at the house, though. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, exactly.
Maybe.
Do you send it off to get it dry cleaned?
That's
You know what?
good question.
It's a great question, and I did it before. I did it a few times, and one of my dry cleaner guy doesn't even know who I am. Like I've been going to him. This is my guy out of L.A. And he didn't know who I was for a long time. But when he saw the jacket, he couldn't. He was like, "This is a beautiful jacket." He didn't know what it was, and he was saying like, "This fabric you can't get anywhere," because that's what he was into. And so I was like, "That's cool," because he doesn't know. So I sent it to him all the time. He never asked questions about it, other than say it was a beautiful jacket. Like I don't think he read this. He just cleaned the jacket and never asked any questions about it.
And that's who you want to have it, who
Of
doesn't
course.
understand.
Of course, yes.
Because they're just going to do the good stuff to it and not like show it to their buddies. Or,
Yeah,
like, take
or
pictures of it
or
take
call
it,
me and
put it
say, "Hey,
on."
man, we don't know what happened to it."
Yeah, that would be tough.
It's also cool that the fabric is unique in a jacket like that. Like they actually put care into a jacket like that, not just like, here's your gold jacket.
That's what they said.
So last
That's
night,
what they convinced us of.
I was the NFL honors. I was part of the show. I was doing a little presentation, and my buddy Jared Allen, who had been passed over a few times, he was like a couple weeks ago. Literally talked to him. He was like, "Man, like it's a sore spot. Like and he finally got it, and he got to go on stage last night.
Yeah.
And he's getting it. Like, what are those? What does it feel like to finally be acknowledged? And for you, you didn't have to wait. It
No,
wasn't
I
like
waited. I waited a long time.
but not as long as Jared. Jared waited.
No, Jared only waited, like 3 years?
How long did you have to wait?
11 years.
No way.
11 years,
Revisionist history. I feel like you got it year one.
No, I waited 11 years.
Who knocked on your door?
That's when they had it where, who was the why is his name blanking me?
Did they not knock on? Is it they switch?
It wasn't so back then. No, it was David Baker. Sorry, David Baker was who ran the Hall of Fame. They didn't have it where players did it. So they only had it where players did it just recently.
Got
so
it.
I had to wait. Not only was I waiting to get my name called, to be a finalist. When I became a finalist, I had to go through another 3 years of waiting.
Oh,
So you
man.
make it to the top 15, that's the finalist, and then
It's
you
also-
have to. Then it goes from 15 to 5, and then they vote on those 5 to go in. So I waited a long time.
That's
man.
crazy.
The
I
bottom line
had
was
no
waited a long
idea. It
time.
feels
Yeah.
like then I demand a recount from year one
Yes.
because you should have got it immediately.
No, I mean, listen. The bottom line was, for me, I respected the process, and it happened the way it happened.
How close is the bus to your real head though when you look at it though?
It's pretty damn close, man. My wife was right there. She was instrumental in making sure that the imperfections were perfected, right? Like she wanted to make sure that it was like me, and she did a great job. Because what happens is you sit with your guy, he makes the bus, and then they show it to you, and you can come in and watch. So the first time they do it, you're sitting there for hours, and he's just sitting there with a big old mold of clay, and he's going through the stuff. And then they take it, you go, and then they come back a week or two later, ask you to come back, and my wife came with me the second time, and then that's when the details were filled in. So I was pretty pleased with it. Unlike when you see some statues, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I mean,
What
even
the
when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, "Oh."
what the hell?
Or you question yourself, do I look like
like
that?
Golly, shoot. I mean, who had the statue recently?
Ronaldo had a real bad one.
yeah.
No,
that's
but
right.
somebody just came in after him, right?
So Ronaldo had the bad one, and then the one
had
that
one?
wasn't even a real statue was
the D-Wade.
Oh, that's the
Wade's was
D
bad.
Wade, yes.
Wade's was
The
bad.
D
Wade's was
Wade
bad.
one. That was the other one that was awful.
Wade's was bad.
Like, come on, dude. Like respect the people enough
Yeah.
to allow them to see it and have an opinion before you make it public. And I hope they're going to do him justice and go redo it.
It's so permanent.
No, it's got to go.
All right, two final questions
It should
for you.
be
Two final
mutiny
questions.
if they don't redo that damn statue.
Which one of your teammates do you talk to the most?
Probably a guy named Byron Chamberlain. Came in with me in '95. He was a tight end. I was 196. I think he was a 7th rounder. That was my buddy. Still my boy to this day. Played on the Super Bowl teams with me.
Did you guys meet on the team?
I met him actually. I met his bud when we were coming to Denver for a rookie after the draft. I think it was our rookie symposium or something like that. A rookie camp. And I saw him at the airport, and he was just sitting by like on a wall, waiting for somebody. Now we in Denver. There's the only black dude that's on the wall. I'm like, wait a minute, that dude got to be going where I'm going. Ain't nobody else black in this. That dude, and he looked like a football player. I'm like, let me just go figure out where he's going. And sure enough, he was waiting for the Broncos bus to pick him up.
I'll talk about Cameo for a second. The last thing I want to mention, though, is do you feel like it gave you an advantage playing and training in Denver when you played in teams where the altitude wasn't as high?
Oh, yeah.
It helped your cardio tremendously.
Yeah, because there's no better place to train.
Yeah.
And when you train at altitude and you're giving it everything you got and you're expanding your lungs, when we played at sea level, it was so easy to be in a game and just be in the 90%, basically like energy-wise. Like you never had to come down to 60 or 70, and then you feel like you were always playing pretty high, which helps you on the field. But the neutralizer would be if you played in humidity. That would neutralize the altitude. I don't care where the hell where you've trained, and when you go play in humidity and it sucks and drains all the energy out of you, you feel it.
So if I'm going to get a Cameo from you, what's the deal?
Yeah, well, so you call up. I mean, call.
I know how to do. I got the app.
Does he get priority?
No, I literally have it. I used Cameo.
Well, there you go. So just go ahead and book me. Me. Just book me and say, just tell me to say hi. That's it. Don't have me working. Don't have me like some people. They'll put
a lot of details.
Oh my God, they'll still sit. I'm like, dude, like, wait a minute, homeboy. Like this is not a full appearance. Like just maybe 2 different asks.
Yeah.
Don't come through the whole list of gambits. Can you do this?
Fair enough. Well, we really appreciate the time. Thanks for wearing the jacket. The jacket's so sick.
That's awesome.
So thank you, big fan, and I hope you have a great rest of the weekend.
I appreciate it, gentlemen.
Great
Thank you,
to
man.
meet you.
All right.